Oh, welcome back, YouTube. And yeah, so today we're going to talk a little bit about something that might be uncomfortable for a lot of Tesla owners, and that's the supercharging network. The supercharging network has roughly 5,891 superchargers. What does that actually mean? That means there are roughly 68 Teslas on the road for every supercharger. And that also means on high travel times, you could have an hour, you could have 2 hours, 4 hours, 6 hours, 8 hours of wait time to even supercharge your car and keep moving. Is that really a problem? I think so. That turns a lot of normal people off that would buy an electric vehicle, but it's not that easy for them. Not like putting gas in the car and keep going. So, I know you're going to say, but Tony, what about the version 3 superchargers? They push out 250 kilowatts. There are only 2 models that can charge at 250 kilowatts, and that's the Model Y and the Model 3. And guess what? There are not that many stations either. There are a lot more than they were about, a year ago, but there's still not that many. I think the closest ones here are on I-95, which is on the opposite side of the peninsula. Really, how much is that going to help? That's only going to push out 250 kilowatts between 10% and 50%. That doesn't stop people from sitting there going to 100% when they only really need to go to 80. This is why I think Tesla needs a CCS adapter. CHAdeMO is on its way out. All signs point to it. EA is only installing 2 CHAdeMO for every 10 stations. I think the one here just north of Tampa, they had 2 CHAdeMO stations and 14 total stations. And at that CHAdeMO station, they had CCS plugs. So if a Nissan Leaf pulls up to charge and 2 other cars are CCS cars and they just happen to pull up to the wrong stations to charge, they're going to have to unplug and move so that Nissan can charge, or the Nissan's just going to have to wait, or the Tesla's going to have to wait because the Tesla has the CHAdeMO adapter, and the CHAdeMO adapter is like $500. That's kind of like a turnoff to even buy it. That's a lot of my time. Even if I pay myself, $30 an hour, that's still a while to, make that money. That's less than, 20 hours. But if it's going to only cost me 5 hours in travel time during a high travel weekend, I'd have to make quite a few trips before that becomes financially, reasonable. My most recent research paper for my marketing class showed that there are roughly 5,100 CCS stations in the United States. There are roughly 5,800 Tesla superchargers in North America. So with a CCS adapter, you pretty much double your network instantaneously overnight. That would push us back down to 32 cars for every supercharger or DC fast charging in this. 32 cars. That's what it was pre-2017 before the Model 3 was released. On top of EA's already pushed out chargers that push 350 kilowatts. So what is 250 kilowatts compared to what EA's already got? Now version 3 probably pushes more than 250 kilowatts and can, but right now that's but version 3 probably pushes more than 250 kilowatts. I give you that, but that's all it's stated to push currently, and there's only 2 cars on the road that can take it. The Cybertruck will be the next one for sure, other than if they do a refresh Model S and Model X with the newer style batteries that can take 250 kilowatts at any point in time. Even in 2017, there were still articles I read before I ever got my Tesla here that there were wait times, but it never seemed to really ever be that bad. And on top of that, these cars were only capable of charging at 120 kilowatts, and the newer ones can charge 150. Yes, it is getting better, but at the rate Tesla is selling vehicles, it's not going to get better anytime soon. They'll actually be better for them to have that CCS plug, doubling the network pretty much overnight. And that's really what I think Tesla should do for now, especially for these older cars, have the CCS adapter. But in the future, I think they should go to CCS, because eventually the federal government's going to mandate it. As more electric vehicles get on the road, it's going to become mandated. Just going to be the standard. And this is actually not that bad of a road. And if I had a sport bike, it'd be a great road. It will be mandated federally. When? Probably in the next 10 years. So if Tesla were to go ahead and make that conversion over to CCS, they won't have that big bill later. They'll have it now, or they can slowly do it. But if it's mandated, it has to be done. But it's already mandated in Europe that they use CCS, but it's a different type of CCS than the one here. Really, it's my opinion that Tesla have the CCS adapter, and I think it would make people's lives a lot easier. I know I'm in the minority on this one, and maybe Tesla will see this video, maybe they're already working on it, I don't know. They already have that CCS plug and adapter for the EU. They really wouldn't have too much of a difficult time doing it for the States then. Yeah, there are some differences, and they can work on that and fix that. It's not possible until it is. And really just, it's time and money engineering. It's not impossible for them to make a CCS plug. It's just going to take time for them to make it for the States. So I'm going to sign off with that, and I'll catch you all later.